Hey, everybody, this is Ben from Cinema Gulp, and I am solo doing a gulp review of A Quiet Place 2. Should I do it? Once again, A Quiet Place Part 2 was written and directed by the great John Krasinski, the one and only Jim Halpert. This time taking a much lesser role to concentrate on the directorial efforts, which is a fantastic move because this is a slicker, better directorial effort than the first one, in my humble opinion. Now, I was a slight fan of the first one. I wasn't a major fan of it. John and I did a review for it back in 2018, and I was disappointed in it. I did like it, but I was disappointed. Now, with every other YouTuber in the world, we wanted to be a little different. Thinking up, what in the wretched hell am I going to do for creating a thumbnail for this godforsaken gulp review? All the ideas are taken, everyone. What the fuck am I supposed to do? My favorite things about A Quiet Place Part 2, the kids, the son, has a scene where, let's say, he gets hurt and Noah Jupe, I believe his name is, sells it, fucking owns it. This scene might not have worked or been nearly as shocking without the performance they got out of this kid. He kicked ass. And speaking of the kids, Millicent Simmons is a revelation in this movie. To me, this is her movie completely. She's the main character, and her heroine is engaging, strong, brave, and sort of smart. No one in these Quiet Place movies is really that smart. That's really the only issue I have with this one and the first one alike, and it's the writing. There's issues here that the first one had. I won't go into details because this is a non-spoiler review. The characters appear out of nowhere. They have clear tools to move themselves from their current situation, and the movie never explains why or why not. And characters, once again, do dumb shit, but nowhere near as dumb as they did in the first one. The strongest aspect of this film is the amazing, tense-filled, heart-pounding editing by Michael P. Shaver, who is a vast improvement from the previous editor. The camera work is just as strong in this one, and I definitely feel Krasinski is a better director when he not also has to carry the movie with a performance as well. You can see the clear eye and attention to detail that he has, and I feel it's just a stronger directorial effort all around. The tension is so fucking high in this movie. I was squeezing my popcorn bucket almost the entire time. It's that tense. I haven't seen a movie this tense in a while, and so much of it has to do with the cross-cutting, the juxtaposition of the editing. This movie takes sort of a turn where characters sort of branch off from one another, and you have like different situations going on. And it is amazing editing, the way that they handle the two different stories and the characters that are split off from each other, not ever letting you forget where someone else is. It's really fast-paced juxtaposition editing. Great, great example of an editor understanding that he's telling two different stories at the exact same time and knowing when to cut back to them. Fucking great editing. Great editing, man. It's a short blast of a movie. It's very short. Comes in at about an hour and 37 minutes, 10 of which I think are pretty much, end credits. And I think it's a better movie for it, though that also contributes to the writing issue. The end might be the tipping point for some people's final analysis on the movie. It can either make or break the entire film for some people, I'm telling you right now. I was actually fine with it, though I do realize it's abrupt as fuck. Nonetheless, I think it was a ballsy choice, really ballsy move to end the movie how it ended and just have the audience go, what the fuck? Again, this movie was directed and co-written by John Krasinski. I'm guessing there's going to be a third one, and I hope they concentrate a little bit harder on some of those writing details, because other than that, this movie was fucking awesome, I gotta say. Looks like it's going to do really well on bringing people back to the movie theater. I, for one, saw it in the theater, and it was one of the happiest days of my life in the past 15 months, and I'm going to cry. Not exactly sure what the budget was for this one. For some reason, IMDb is keeping that piece of information hidden, but it looks like it was probably maybe a little more expensive than the first one, but not much. I'm not saying there's anything larger in scale, it just looks a little cleaner, and it looks like there might have been a little more money spent. Another standout in this movie is Cillian Murphy. He is awesome, and he's awesome in everything, but fuck, he's so good in this movie. Such a great addition, and he doesn't fill in the John Krasinski role in any way. Completely different type of character. He and Millicent sort of have their own story thread going on, and it's really great stuff. Some of the best stuff in the movie. Emily Blunt is very good as always. I always feel her character is probably the least smart in some of her decisions, but I understand her plight. I understand what she has to do. I would say she doesn't have a standout moment like in the first one with the delivery in the bathtub. That was kind of an amazing scene stealing part of that film, but she's great in this movie. She is getting top billing because she's Emily Blunt, but she is nowhere near the main person. I would say out of the 4 main cast members, she probably has the least amount of screen time, which is fine. This is the kids' movies, and that's a great idea because it works, and both of those kids are killing it, as well as Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt. All the acting's superb. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. This was just the movie for me to return to the theaters. Man, I'm so glad I did. Aside from a little bit of the writing, character motivations, and some things where you're like, why didn't these people do this? Aside from that and an abrupt ending that I didn't have a problem with, I have to say that this movie gets 8 gulps for me. A lot higher than I gave the first one, which I think was a 6.5. Go out and see A Quiet Place 2 if you're comfortable and feel safe and ready to do it. It's a great time at the movie theater. You're pretty much in and out of there quick, just sweaty as hell afterwards. I say go see it if you're ready. It's the one.
He is the one.
As always, thank you so much for watching and tuning into Cinema Gulp. Please tell your friends. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Share our stuff, like it, and you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We drink your cinema.
I drink it up!
Shut up, okay, what's up? Shut up, okay, what's up? Shut up, okay, what's up? Shut up, okay, what's up?